Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the weekly live stream for July of 2021. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's a complete honor to have you here on my channel, Science of the Soul and Stars. First and foremost, happy 4th of July. It's an honor if you've decided to watch this collective reading and me today. And if not, and if you're busy enjoying time and sunshine and family and friends and barbecuing in the backyard, that's absolutely fine too. Today's reading is going to be specifically about the month of July. One of the things that I wanted to do is give a quick little reminder as to why we are all here, what we are all doing, and what is happening now on this earth. I think right now is the time that is most vital to remind each other about the main purpose as to why we decided to come here and what is happening, and particularly what is going to be happening in the month of July. So I am so excited. Thank you so much for being here. And without further ado, I just want to get right into the reading. I want to keep today right on focus, right on track, and as succinct as possible, especially because I know you guys got barbecues, you guys got family, you guys got things to do, people to see, places to be, all of those amazing things. So we're going to get these messages out and see what the divine has for us today. First off, before we go any further, I do want to check in on the audio, the video, make sure that everything is going well when it comes to those types of things. Let's see, we got chat here as well. Yumi, Just Mandy, messages Matt AA, Love Divine, Taylor, what's going on? Silent, Shaylee, hello. Shaylee, amazing work, by the way. Amazing work. America, what's going on? Love for Divine. Happy 4th of July. How are you guys? It's good to see you guys here. I am back on the cacao. And ready to rock and roll. Ready to come back into my heart. Just a little bit. And ready to refocus here. We're going to be using two decks today. So we're going to be going in with the original Rumi Oracle deck. This was the original deck that I first got way back when, was gifted to me from a client before I even knew about Oracle or Tarot decks. And I was like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? And why did you think to give it to me? Me and my logical prowess back then. And then, of course, we're going to be doing a live collective reading. Now, the point of today, guys, okay, to keep it on track and as succinct as possible, is to get two things. One, there's a stark reminder about why we're all here, what is happening currently on this earth, and I'm going to do my best to explain this from a human perspective. And the second thing is messages for July specifically. I feel like there's a need for us to know what's coming up, where we're all going this month in particular, and give you guys a little bit of a roadmap to navigate this month of July. Okay. After this, your homework is to go and enjoy the rest of the day with friends and family and good food and community and whatever it is you feel that you want to do here on this 4th of July. And then after that, it's going to be time to get our butts back to work. All right? All right, love for Divine. It's nighttime here in Wales, but yes, been cloudy and raining, but now beautiful, clear blue sky. Hee hee. Happy 4th of July, says McFields2574. Crystal Marie, welcome back. Happy 4th of July, she says. Just Manny 420 sucks too. Ooh, okay. All right, let's go for it. All right, chat, let's be positive here. All right, no negativity. I see some negativity creeping in some corners. Positivity if we can. All right, if you do have some things you want to express, then feel free to express them. But hey, try to keep it optimistic is all I would say. All right, and if someone is being negative or if they want some, some loving, let's give them that loving as well. Okay. All right. Let me just open the ceremony. We'll get right into it. So open the ceremony now, calling in the guides and angels to help us to discover and to figure out again and to remind us why we are here through me as a vessel, if you can, through the power of unconditional love and light. Please also allow me to channel as a clear and insightful vessel to know the truth, whatever we need to know for our greatest and highest good at this time, and particularly for the month of July. Thank you so much, guides and angels, Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, Archangel Michael. We welcome you into the ceremony for messages of truth and guidance as you see fit. Thank you so much. This ceremony is now officially open. Okay. So why are we all here? And what is happening right now? What is happening right now is there is a tremendous shift that is occurring on the planet and in every single society. People, through the exposure of darkness all around them and having to traverse and be exposed to many different types of dark forces, dark energies, evil forces, whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever you want to label it, are awakening to a deeper level of truth than we've ever been exposed to before. And this isn't just happening in this collective that I'm speaking to, it's happening around the world. It's happening for everyone that's watching or everyone that's not even participating in their own particular way. This is the process that we're all undergoing, and it's a process that's necessary in order to complete our transformation. Now, the other thing is there's a twin flame collective that's here that has been assigned to do a lot of the hard work and experience this through the awakening, through love, through true love specifically, and love and romantic and relationship connections. The purpose of this relationship in this particular lifetime was to awaken us to our soul's true mission and to get our butts moving in that right direction. Okay. What I've been receiving lately when it comes to love, true love connections, soulmates, the twin flame connection, romantic relationships across the earth right now, is they are specifically about growth to the highest degree right now. And of course, relationships generally are always about growth, but at this current moment right now, it's about finishing up karma as quickly as possible and then getting our butts in gear to do what we came here to do. Now, if there is a feeling or a lack of peace within you, okay, hear me now. If there is a feeling or a lack of peace within you deep inside when it comes to the loss of someone from your past or through a romantic relationship or a longing of something or someone or some feeling, okay, part of the result of, or part of the reason for that is the feeling that you gained when you were with someone else or what that filled within you, okay? Bit of a void. Now, the reward for that is complete peace within every single cell of your being. The feeling that you are unconditionally loved on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. That is the feeling that we are all seeking in parts, to be at peace once again, right? Forevermore. And that is an ecstatic feeling, to have every single part of yourself filled and completed and to be happy and to be peaceful and to have nothing else to do, right? Sign me up for that journey, right? How many of you guys can agree? This is the journey that we are all on. Now, part of the reason why we have been so longing for this, right, within the twin flame community, this connection, to be in love, to have romance, to have the 10 of Cups reality, is because it gave us a glimpse of that feeling. It gave us a glimpse of that feeling of being complete, of being whole, of being at peace, and to have finally finished the mission or to have been successful. And when that feeling was taken away, it created a bit of a longing for that feeling again. Okay, and let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the chat. Okay, how many guys can relate to this or have experienced this? That you had something in your life that made you feel a certain way or gave you glimpses of a certain reality that then once was taken away, you had a longing for that once again. Even if you didn't think you would have had that longing, or if you doubted it in the moment, or whatever it was, that feeling has persisted. Now, there's a reason for this. The reason for this is because that separation, that lack of peace, that lack of completion within us is because of our own work and our own missions that we have not fulfilled as of yet. And I want you guys to think of it as that is the reward that we are all fighting for. The reward that we are all fighting for, selfishly, within our own hearts and souls, is that feeling of being at peace, of being whole, and of being at one with ourselves and with the universe once again. With no more work to do, nothing else left to be, nothing else left to prove or to do, or in any single way. It's just peace, ecstatic peace, happiness, and joy, and completion. That is an incredible feeling. And if you've been with a romantic partner from the past that has helped you to experience that feeling, only to have it then taken away, it was to show us exactly why we are here and what we are working towards. The reward of all of our effort moving forward. And I would say that's a pretty damn good reward. Now, part of what's been happening as well in the meantime is, as we've been devoid of that feeling, or, And it's natural, right, with any type of loss or lack. So I'm just checking the settings, making sure we're good. Let me know, guys, if tech and audio and everything's good. I just want to make sure there's no lag or anything like that. As with anything, right, once we have something and have it taken away, it creates this need to try and fill that once again. And so for many of us, we've tried to fill that with other things outside of that person, okay? And this can be anything from certain habits that we picked up, doing certain types of illicit substances. Maybe it's been alcohol, maybe it's been cannabis, maybe it's been drugs, maybe it's been, dating or right, having sex with other people. Anything that can try and fill that void. Short-term pleasures is what I would say. How many guys can relate where once this separation has occurred and the void was there, that we did everything in our power to try and fill that void with any type of short-term pleasure, right, that we thought might be able to do that. And of course, we've come to a place over and over again where nothing has seemed to fill that particular void. And then the question would be, well, to be introspective, why is that void even there still? What does that void actually mean, right? Is it really actually about this person, or is it about something deeper? And I'm here to say that it's actually about something deeper. And that deeper thing is a restlessness. If you are experiencing restlessness deep within, if you're experiencing confusion, restlessness, angst, anxiety, fear, depression, any of these things, it's because your soul, your body, right, the higher self is trying to alert you that there's something more for you to be doing. There's something more for you to be doing that you were assigned and that you chose to do when you came here on earth that you haven't been doing. Okay? And the reward, if you do choose to do that thing in which you were assigned to do or that you chose to do on this earth at this time, is to have that feeling once again of utter peace, wholeness, and completion. Do you guys see that? Now let me ask you a question, right? And I've asked this question similarly before, but if we were to have already been in that feeling and to have kept that feeling, right, of maybe being with someone who makes us feel like that, or whatever it was in your life that you had that made you feel whole, complete, at full amount of peace, unconditionally loved, all those types of deep feelings, if we were to have just stayed in that and enjoyed it indefinitely, would we even be close to anywhere we've gone to today? Would we have done or had any motivation whatsoever to do any of the work that we are currently doing today, particularly in the person that we are becoming and the things that we are doing? And the answer to that is likely no, I would say. I would say if we already had the greatest possible reward that any of us are possibly seeking, which is that feeling of deep, utter peace, unconditional love, completion, and wholeness, that none of us would be doing the work we are doing today. So the reminder is this. The reminder is, if you've had a glimpse of that feeling before in your heart and in your soul, that is what awaits you. But it only awaits you after the work that you came here to do is done. And even when this feeling arrives back again, because it will arrive back again, right, when the time is right, it is simply a reminder of what can be, what will be an eventuality, but it will be taken away as fast as it came in if we decide to stop doing the work that we came here to do for our lifetime. You guys see this? So I want you guys to think of it as a transient reminder of the ecstatic peace, pleasure, and calmness and serenity that you would gain by coming into union with your other half, or whatever it is in your life that gives you that feeling. Knowing that the only reason we are separated from that is so that we can do the things we are required to do in order to then experience that once again, to rest for a little while, to be at peace, and then if and when needed to go and to do that again. Now, the thing that I feel it's coming into balance with is a lot of us were probably in a place where we did not have the discipline or the focus to be able to have this feeling or be able to experience this feeling in all of its incredible depth and still do the work at the same time, right? And what I believe is coming, what is coming into balance is the ability to have the ability to experience that feeling in real life, okay, in this experience, but then also to be able to adequately balance that with still doing the hard work it took to gain that feeling in the first place. Does that make sense? Life, your higher self, your soul, your body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, whatever you want to call it, will not let you rest for too long while you are still alive in this human form, in that experience, unless it is balanced with the appropriate amount of work that you came here to do within your own lifetime. And each of us has a different one, right? It's not like it's all the same thing that I'm going to talk about here, but it all is different, right? For me, I know what it is. I know what it is. I haven't done it yet. I haven't built $1 million empire. I haven't built the recurring income to be able to travel the world and to have an amazing home and to be able to provide for a family. I haven't done any of that. I haven't had the experiences that I've meant to have on my own yet. I haven't impacted as many lives as I want to impact that would allow me to feel satisfied with my own work and my own progress. I haven't gained the discipline yet in my own life to be able to focus consistently on my mission and on my purpose and not get distracted by the little things. I haven't gained the discipline and the work ethic to be able to consistently trust myself to do that. And I'm working on it. It takes time. And I know for me personally, that's one of the things that I need the most in order to experience the state of bliss and union once again. And I know that when that is accomplished, that life will provide a way for that to be manifest. But when that happens, I will remember, right? And I will be reminded of the fact that that is only a reward for the work that must be done. And there is no reward of that unless you are still doing the work constantly throughout your entire life. And yes, there will be periods where it is mostly pure enjoyment and bliss, happiness, family, but it will also have to be, hey, okay, we've had enough of that. It's time to get back on the horse. You guys see that? Cheers. So don't forget why you came here. I think the challenge is, holy cow, sweating bullets over here. The challenge is, this light always gets really warm. I think that's why my camera overheats. The challenge is remembering that, right, when the time is right. It's remembering it at the hardest times. And I think, yeah, what had happened was none of us really knew how to balance those two things when we came into union with our twin flame or with a very significant soul connection. And that is exactly why it had to separate. And however it's separated, right? Whatever happened to separate you guys, if you guys are in separation, I think most people are experiencing that. Most people that I'm talking to right now. However that had to happen, right? However your higher selves, your soul, had to make that happen. Whatever actions had to occur on either side for that to happen, happened because of a deeper intelligence. Didn't happen because someone messed up or something went wrong, or it happened because both of your souls agreed, hey, it's time for a little bit of separation because we got work to do and we have balance to create, and no other reason other than that. And chances are, right, in the way in which it happened, the way in which separation occurred between you and a loved one occurred in the most random and weird and just spontaneous and unbelievable way that, looking back upon it, still creates confusion. It's like, how the hell did that happen? Why did that happen? What got in the way of us continuing together? Well, it wasn't anything on this earth, I'll tell you that much. It was a deeper intelligence, masked by earthly things. Does that make sense? So I'm excited. I'm excited to know that it's the feeling of that longing, right, that I now can use as fuel to continue to move forward in my own life, for my own work and purpose. If I know that every time there's a feeling of longing within me, that is only the fuel or the reminder that that's what exists if and when I complete my particular soul's mission, or when I'm on my way and I've learned to balance out those things, I think that's probably the ultimate motivation you could possibly ask for. And the challenge again is not allowing yourself to get stuck within that longing. You see that? Like seeing the longing for what it is. The longing it's not there to just make you suffer. It's not there that comes up constantly, all the time, just to say, hey, haha, you're still suffering. I want to challenge you guys and ask you this, right? Because a lot of us have already started doing the work. Obviously, I'm not even going to say we haven't. We've been doing the work, right? Come a far way. I know all of us in this chat for sure. But my guess would be that every time that you feel you are doing your soul's purpose, like every time you are doing your soul's work, whatever that is for you, whether it's healing, whether it's creating a business, whether it's doing better at your job, your career, cleaning your life up. My guess is when you're in the process of doing that soul's work, that you have no feeling of longing. That the feeling of longing or missing another person goes away completely. And let me know. Let me know if I'm correct in this. It's almost like there is only one solution that was given to us, provided for us, in order to not feel this deep feeling of missing someone or longing for someone or feeling half empty. So funny because it's almost like the moment that stops, that feeling can come back. But I believe there's a big perspective shift coming in, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. And that perspective shift is about seeing that as an opportunity, or seeing that as a reminder that that's what awaits you. That very same feeling that you crave, that we crave, of completion, wholeness, peace, being resting, being loved unconditionally for every part of us, is what awaits us transiently, alongside and as we continue to do the work. We should feel blessed. Not everyone gets to experience that feeling of wholeness in this lifetime. Wholeness on earth. God on earth. The merging with God while still on earth. How many of you guys have experienced this while being with a loved one? Just for a moment. Where nothing else mattered besides that very moment and everything that was encompassing it. This is what we're working towards. Okay. Let's get into the readings itself, huh? We're going to do some Oracle. We're going to do some Tarot specifically for July. I feel there's some messages for that. And then we're going to get into, I do want to briefly check the astrology since it is July 4th, and I do feel, whatever reason, today is a big shift. Very big shift. So we're going to check that out in a second. Try this view out today. All right, guys, here we go. Do me a favor if you haven't already, and please like the video. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell as well. I hear these days that subscribers are less important than people hitting the notification bell when it comes to the YouTube algorithm. So if you want to be alerted every time a new video comes out, please hit that notification bell. And do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps this channel video grow so we can guide more people. We will be doing July individual zodiac readings as well. Those didn't go anywhere. I've been going through a period of trying to decide how much farther and where I wanted to take this channel itself, because I've been transitioning in a lot of ways, but I do feel it must continue. And I think you guys remind me of that every single Sunday. So watch out for those July videos coming very soon. All right, collective messages here. Love and life for our highest good and healing at this particular time. What guidance do you have for us today? Angels and archangels, Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Mary Magdalene. They just told me to sit up straight. Okay. Impossible made possible. Let me just make sure you guys can see this. I think you can. Okay. First card out is the impossible made possible. So we were just talking about, right? The experience of a 5D reality, the experience of unconditional love, the experience of experiencing wholeness and completion once again made possible. I think this is, as we've used this deck, I think this particular card has come out at least 3 times, if not 4. One of the times I was in a space where I completely kind of ignored the messages of hope around it. I remember that. But I'm not going to ignore them today, I promise. The impossible made possible. As we can see, this is an interesting card because the Earth here itself, where there's a planet, that it kind of looks like there's an orbit or it's moving away from something, right? Complete transformation, moving into a higher dimension. Okay. We got to remember that and remind ourselves that that is precisely what is occurring right now. The reason why things are speeding up so much, the reason why people are awakening, the reason why we are having to go through any of this experience and why we signed up is because we signed up to be here during the Great Transition. The Great Transition of energies and frequencies, the Great Transition of human consciousness, the thinning of the veil, the access to higher energies to a degree we've never experienced before. Yeah? You must know that you have access to higher energies than we've ever had access to before if you open yourself to them, if you allow them in, if you clear your mind and let go of doubt, relax your body, open your mind, you'll have access to a power you've never been able to access before. And this power is in the ability to perceive a higher reality and a higher truth than the one that you live in today. This is an opportunity for all of us right now that exists. Passion of the wild red mother, the angel Rasbar, from nothing to everything, divine discontent in a new gown, with Layla on the bottom of the deck. Good song. (27, 9, 36, 12, 18, 16). They said to pay attention to the numbers for some reason. I don't know why. So the impossible made possible, and from nothing to everything. From nothing to everything. Passion of the wild red mother, the angel Rasbar. I get a rising primal energy and force coming to the surface that is being asked for all of us to harness to the highest of our degrees. Now, what I mean by this is, okay, on one hand, there's the impossible made possible. There's the shifting of consciousness. There's the up-leveling. There's a change in the frequency of Earth, yes. But on the other hand, there's also this rising primal passion within our own human bodies and selves that must be harnessed for the good of all, that is able to do the work in terms of transformation, both for ourselves and for other people. And the Angel Rasbar, these two cards right here, are the key elements to what is required and what will be blossoming and coming out in the coming months for all of us. Meaning that as we gain these higher levels of perception, we will also be asked to demonstrate and to speak out and to represent passionately with our human vital energy to express these things. One of the things that's interesting here is this has to do also with passion and sexual energy. Passion and sexual energy. There are those that are being called right now to express the messages of truth, what is going on, and that requires sexual energy. It requires passion and sexual energy, both to stay disciplined in the way of focus and in the way of the path, but also to wake others up to this. We all have experience with the person who is so far gone out into woo-woo land. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. We have experience with the person so far out into woo-woo land that as and when they speak, it is kind of adrift. It's kind of like, here's where we're going. Here's what we're doing. I'm sorry. Listen to me now, right? And I don't mean to, I jest, of course, but we've all had experience with that type of energy, okay? Is that effective, yes or no? In terms of waking other people up, rallying people for change within themselves and for the world, and getting people aligned into a common mission. Okay? Let me ask you, in all seriousness, I personally don't think it is. What I think is more important is bringing in with it your human self, your power, your focus, your passion, and your primal energy behind the words that you speak and the way in which you express yourself. This is the opportunity for all of us to cultivate who are not currently engaged in romantic affairs or who are having our romantic affairs blocked or stripped from us, particularly ones that involve being sexual, because this is a natural way that we can strengthen our ability to have authority behind our words and to create action within our life and within the lives of others. The ask here is to combine those two energies together, meaning there's nothing wrong with cultivating and having an amazing relationship with the 5D. I do it every single night if I can. I've started recently. However, what is going to create massive change and allow people to get aligned with their own soul missions, to get woken up, to heal, to do the work, is the way in which my human self is able to express those in a passionate, caring, and exciting way. Do you guys see this? And also in a very human way. You guys can see and hear me now, right? I'm just a man. Just a regular man. But I have a deep passion and care and excitement around where this earth is going and the roles we are here to play within it. And I know for certain that all of us have our own roles to do and to be. So hold your human self in very high regard. It is a very important part of the ability for us to express things to others and to the world in a way that will create waves and change. And that starts with your primal human and sexual energy, by the way. There's a lot of power behind that. Okay? This is not to be wasted. Divine discontent and a new gown. This is the core of the message that I feel was being that I was speaking about earlier. Part of this passion, right? Passion of the wild red mother, and we can think of this as fire or sexual energy, and any discontents you may have in not being able to express or to utilize that, perhaps in a sexual way, drives and emphasizes the feeling of discontent, does it not? But that feeling of discontent is what gets us to move forward in order to find something that will fulfill that need or desire. Now, it just so happens in this community, especially the people who are involved in the twin flame community, nothing will truly ever satisfy that feeling, that passion, that desire, unless you are having what you had before, which is wholeness and completion and complete and utter the deepest levels of love and sexual exchange that you've ever experienced. There is no reward that is at this time suitable compared to that. And so it's left you feeling utterly and completely discontent, which has then created that feeling of longing, which I would say to roll with. My advice would be to roll with that feeling. If you were feeling that feeling, roll with the feeling. Emphasize the feeling. Get in touch with the feeling. Accept the feeling. Use it as your power. Okay? That's one of the most important messages, I feel. A new gown and the angel Rosbar. If you do this, if you choose to do this, it's going to carry you a long way. And you have the opportunity to choose it right now, by the way. That's what I'm hearing. You have the opportunity to choose this path right now. There's two paths. Let me just simplify this. One path is feeling all of the passion and the sexual energy and the desire and the need to let go, right? Or need to fulfill that urge, need to fulfill that desire, need to satiate that longing, right? With whatever thing or substance or habit that you've tried to use to fill that with. And to continue to live with this even deeper feeling of anxiety, peacelessness, disturbance, and longing, a deeper longing. You can choose that path, as many of us have up until this point, in order to learn. Or at this point, you can choose the path of admiring and accepting a different level or a different type of discontent, or to use that discontent in an empowered way to drive you forward, to create change that you know in the long run ultimately will give you what you actually desire to experience, which is that feeling of wholeness, completion, and peace within your heart and soul. Do you guys see the difference? It's one of short-term satiation, doing everything we can to try to fill and complete and satisfy that longing and desire within our loins, within our spirit, within our soul. Or harnessing the power and the juice behind that to go for long-term fulfillment of the only thing we know that will truly complete and fulfill us, which is God. The choice is yours now. It is, from what I can feel, an opportunity to shift into that now, today. Are you guys feeling this energy? It's funny. I woke up. I woke up this morning and I had this. I don't know what I was doing in the astral last night. Who knows where I was at or who I was speaking to? But I had this feeling like I've done enough. I've done enough of like the short term screwing around. You know, and every time I try and run away from the longing or the desire or the try and just get rid of that feeling in any way that I can, the more it just returns back. And there's nothing I can do about it. And it's like, well, I don't want to keep doing that. Like, I don't want to keep doing these things that are short-term fulfillment. What are the things I can do now that will allow me to be on the long-term fulfillment train? And that's when I realized that that's exactly what we have the opportunity to do. And for many of us, that will be a union with the twin flame, or a partner who allows us to experience that wholeness and completion and God once again. So this is the new gown. All that to say, the reason I said all that is this is the new gown. This is the opportunity to wear a new cape, to wear a new cloak. If you're hearing my voice and words right now, you have the opportunity to choose. If you choose this, then say it. I choose this. I choose to wear this new gown. I choose to step into a new version of myself. I choose to don something different. I choose a different path, a different way of being. And I choose to focus on those things that I know will lead me towards long-term fulfillment, wholeness, completion, peace, and unconditional love. Or the experience of unconditional love. Full, in its full reality, in the 3D. This is the impossible, by the way, made possible. To circle back. This is the impossible made possible. Again, normally it's only reserved, I believe, from what I know, when I'm channeling. Again, normally it's only reserved for when we go with God. When we are back one with God. Likely in the afterlife. I don't know if any of us have ever experienced this. Maybe we have it sometime. Then we split away to do work. I don't know. But we have an opportunity to experience this in this lifetime in reality. That's an amazing opportunity. It's a hard one to get, which is why our journeys have not been easy. If you're watching this, if you're resonating with this, particularly in love, but it's worth it. So if you're wondering why you have been tasked with everything that you're being tasked to do and all the work that you're being asked to do, it's because you have one of the greatest possible rewards to experience in this lifetime that not everyone has the opportunity to experience. Okay. So welcome. Draw one more card, put it right in the middle, and look what came out. Sacred Convergence. Sacred Convergence. Could that in any more succinct way sum up exactly what we've been channeling? Craziness. The Sacred Convergence. Yes, this is the opportunity we have in this lifetime. Okay, literally sacred convergence. From nothing to everything, the impossible made possible. This is about being one with God through the experience of true love in twin flame union. Okay. I've never seen this card before. Look at this. She offers the sacred wine, so drink. And with Layla, and you who show the way. You who show the way. Is this not what we've been channeling this whole time? Like, this deck, they told me to use this deck today. I was completely blocked from using the other deck. It's funny. Layla. I don't know anything for Layla here. Besides the song. To me, honestly, it just looks like ecstasy. Like, it looks like that she is... she is rewarded by the ultimate form of ecstasy and pleasure. which at the higher levels is more than we probably have ever experienced in this human form and body. And I think that, even to a higher degree than maybe we've already experienced, is what's coming. I really do. All right, we're going to get into the collective July 2021 tarot reading in just a second. Let me just check in with the chat, see how everyone's doing. Make sure everything is looking good. If you guys are new, welcome. Be sure to subscribe if you want those July 2021 updates and to be part of the community for this weekly live stream. Really awesome stuff, guys. The chat is just catching up here, so I'm reading all the chats as they come through. Okay, we finally caught up here. Wow, a lot of stuff going on. Thank you guys for the participation. It's awesome. I love this community. Cardinal says, I just saw a spider. Consetta says, Layla the song stuck in my head. I'm going to listen to Layla after this. Maybe we should listen to Layla when the actual channeling's done. Just see what the messages are. Jessica says, I'm hearing you. Praga says, I'm just focusing on me because that's what my guides are telling me to do. That's awesome. Consetta says, got me on my knees. Got me on my knees. Yeah, Layla. It's a great song. Amber says, I've wrote in my journal that our live naming is like ecstasy without a drug. Wow. That's awesome. Candace says, I'm writing, expressing passion about my wants and needs to the world. Yes, I love that. Heather says, I feel it coming my way. Kirsten says, yum, I'm all about that message. Yes. Christy says, what deck was he using, please? It's called the Rumi Oracle deck. Rumi Oracle deck. It's purple. Jessica says, thank you. This girl says, I've ended a relationship today as I felt like it's the best option for both of us. A space is needed to grow. Haha. There you go. Really good stuff, guys. All right. So we're going to get into the messages for July. Okay. We'll go from there. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys like this view better? Or do you like the cards up front first view better? Let me know what you guys like better. Do you guys like seeing my energy more, or do you guys like seeing the cards? I can switch the screen here. I figured we'd try this out today. What is that cup? That was a gift from my friend Mora. It's in cacao. It has cacao in it. I enjoy the equal balance on the view standpoint. I like it. I can see you and the cards. Doesn't matter. I like your energy. I like this one. Okay. We'll keep it the same. All right, here we go. So for July of 2021, yeah, this girl says, I thought you said you're not going to do cacao anymore. Yeah, I didn't think so. Then when I was making my coffee today, the guides popped in. They're like, it's cacao time. I'm like, what? Like, I don't want to do cacao. Like, yeah, it's cacao day. So, yeah. I guess my feels like my live stream is taking a whole, it's coming back full circle for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what it feels like. All right, here we go. Guides and angels, loved ones, masters, wise ones, angels and archangels, please, guidance for the month of July 2021. What does the collective need to know in love and in life for our highest and greatest good? What's happening in July? What do we need to know? The messages and any advice and insights you might have for us today. There's the Empress. Truly, truly, truly the divine feminine collective here that I'm channeling for. You are beautiful inside and out. You are beautiful. You are radiating. You are magnificent. You are whole within yourself. And the only work here is to realize that to the deepest degree that you can possibly realize that. You are the embodiment of all four queens of power: Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. It's important to sit back and know this to the deepest degree, and to know and to accept in that radiance. That radiance within itself carries within it a significant degree of intelligence that intelligently draws the things, the people, the places to you. Any situation, area, people, job that you are not feeling like you can express your true Empress energy within is no longer a fit for you. It's not. And it will likely feel increasingly dissatisfying to belong to people, places, things, environments that do not see who you are on the deepest levels. Now that you are seeing this within yourself to the deepest degree, those things that are no longer in harmony with that intelligent radiation that you produce will cause intense feelings of disharmony that it is then your responsibility to say no to or to break away from. This is part of the test or the intelligence that is coming in July, as I believe there will be people, places, things, environments that come into your space that are no longer in harmony with who you truly are, and you're going to have to make the choice to break away and to say no because of the intelligence of what you really are. It's the deepening of this knowledge here, and it's the test to confirm how deeply you believe this is the case. Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. There's two queens already. Empress, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Wouldn't be surprised if we got all four queens on the board today. Ten of Swords and Four of Swords. If you are needing space and time and reflection, if you are feeling drained, if you are feeling that something is needing to come to an abrupt end in terms of your involvement with it in your life, if you are needing to separate yourself or pull yourself away for any reason, then do it. This is the month to do it. Ten of Swords underneath the Empress. Something cannot go on anymore the way it has been. Something cannot go on the way it has been anymore within your own life. I don't know what this is for you. Let us know in the chat if you know what it is for you. Could be a job, could be an environment, could be a home that you're in, could be a place of being, could be people around you, could be people that try to involve themselves with you that are not in harmony with your truest energy, the Empress. And what is the Empress energy? To spell it out? Well, again, it's an energy of beingness, and it's an energy that through that beingness and that fertility and that radiation and that cultivation of sexual desire and passion within attracts to it exactly what it needs in order to serve the greater good, in order to be provided and supported in all of its greatness, and in order to be the ultimate counterpart to the masculine, and to be respected for this duty. To know in every single way that the Empress energy, the divine feminine, is equal to the Emperor energy. Both are needed, both are here to balance one another, and both are here to serve, and both have different roles to play. If you are an Empress who has been trying to be an emperor for your entire life, or you don't yet know fully what it means to be an empress, and you try to make yourself an emperor or to fit into what you think the emperor or the masculine needs or wants from you, then you are going the wrong way. The Empress in its proper form draws within it the respect and the support she needs to thrive, survive, and flourish because of her ability to see, to feel, to understand the destiny and the truth of those around her, particularly the masculine. And this is an absolutely vital part of what the world and what the masculine desperately needs and craves, by the way, speaking as a divine masculine. Okay? Is what we need the feminine to show the way. As we've been channeling. But now I can say that on behalf of the masculine. I can say that the masculine's ego, in terms of thinking that he can do it all on his own and conquer and achieve and build his own world and all these types of things, is completely insane without the guidance from the feminine. Have you guys ever experienced trying to support a masculine? To help guide his way, to help support, to help keep him in line with where he needs to go for the world, only to have him turn you down, to shut you down, to ignore you, or to disrespect your support and your guidance. Maybe self-reinforcing the belief within you that your femininity was not enough. Right? If that has happened to you, if you've had that experience and it's complete and utter bullshit, excuse my French, we need you. We need you as much as you need us. Desperately. We do not know all the things. We do not know exactly where to go, what to build, how to build it. We think we might, but we don't. We can. So I'm asking here and now, step into and identify your role if you do identify with the Empress energy. Because we need you. That starts with you saying no and ending any situation in your life that would not reflect to you being the full embodiment of the Empress this month in particular. Take back your power with the embodiment and the voice and expression of truth and who you are and what you deserve. And if you need to cultivate time and space within yourself in order to have the strength and the certainty in order to do this, then take that with the Four of Swords. Wow. Here's what's... You guys see this? We had... So, the middle of the spread, we have the Ten of Wands. Just to the right of the middle of the spread, we have the Lovers. And to the left of the of the middle of the spread, we have the Ace of Cups in the World. Is this not the representation of needing to do the hard work first so that we can enjoy the pleasures that true love gives to us? Does it not insinuate that the Ten of Wands here, picking up those sticks once again and recognizing that the main focus must and will always be the work that is required here on earth to change the world in a positive way with whatever you are here to do for your soul's individual mission, for the rest of the world and for others, for the good of all, must and will have to take precedent in order to enjoy the fruits and the pleasures that divine love can give to us, which, as we've channeled, is wholeness, completion, and true love, and peace, and rest. the experience of God, the experience of divinity. We're not here just to experience all of that during this lifetime constantly and to be in our little love cocoon. We are here to do the work first and foremost. Even once you are in relationship, hear me now, even when you do come into union with that person, that special person, don't lose sight of the work. Don't lose sight of the 10 of Wands while you came here. That is what happened last time. Did it not? We lost sight of the actual work that we were supposed to be doing while we were in union because it was such an incredible experience that likely none of us have ever had before. Am I right or am I wrong? So don't lose sight of the work this time. It's in the middle of the spread. On either side is a cup of love being offered to you. And not only a cup of love, but a divine partnership being offered to you. The experience of that for the good of the world. Queen of Swords with the World card here. Okay. Different elements of each queen will have to be practiced at certain times, all for the eventual full integration of the Empress energy. I feel right now we are practicing embodying the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles mostly. Queen of Swords is about that strict discipline and focus on what must be done right now without having to stay too attached or infatuated with our emotions. And the Queen of Pentacles, and knowing that we attract and we deserve wealth, abundance, and money and support just by being. Particularly around money, wealth, and support with the Queen of Pentacles here. And by supporting others as well. But just by our very beingness, attract the wealth and security and money that we need. And here's the message with the Queen of Pentacles. I don't think I'm going to be able to tie this down again, but it's bugging me. The message with the Queen of Pentacles is all she does is do the things that come up during her daily experience that she's required or that she's urged to do. Not what she thinks she needs to do or to work on, but just the things that she has the inclination or on a day-to-day basis comes up for her to do. Whether that's healing, whether that's existing, whether that's supporting, whether that's knowing, and through that receive support automatically. So the two lessons here to point out are, one, to have that discipline and that focus on what we are here to do and to work on, but also to have the confidence to be able to leave any situation that we are not able to attract the abundance, the independence, and the security and the financial stability that we need through just being. Okay? If you are in a situation, again, where you feel you are having to do, drain, and to be something outside of just who you are in order to gain money, then you're not going the right way. And I know that's a bold claim. I'm aware. I'm very aware. Okay. But I also know in my heart that it's true. And I think if you were to ask yourself deep down as well as to whether or not that's true within your own soul, then you would see that that's the case as well. Here's the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Are you feeling balanced in your life in terms of responsibilities, the job, the day-to-day things that you are having to do constantly? And is that leading to an unbalanced life or leading to a life where it doesn't allow you to focus on the priorities that are most important to you? Is this way of being unbalanced or filling up your day with things to do, is it a way of keeping yourself so busy or so distracted that it doesn't allow you to, again, Focus on being and whatever that would entail. These are the things to look at in our daily lives and to start to eliminate so that these two pentacles can come back into balance. Because right now, Queen of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles, that's a little bit of unbalance in doing versus being. You guys see that? There's the Queen of Wands. Oh, Spirit. Don't you put all 4 queens on the board, Spirit. Don't you put all 4 queens on the board. We have the 3 queens. Don't you do it. What is this? Did you guys think I just, did I design this? Did I cheat shuffle this in a way? Like, this is crazy. Okay, let's just keep going. Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, Page of Swords, 7 of Cups. Okay. So we're missing the Queen of Cups. 3 queens on the board with the Empress. I was going to say all 4 corners would have been crazy. Instead, we have the King of Cups, interestingly. Interesting. Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, Page of Swords, and the 7 of Cups here. Remember in the beginning, though, right? What we were channeling is that divine sexual energy, right? There was that card on the left. I forget what it was exactly. It was this kind of fiery angel, and then there was the wild passion of the wild red mother, or something like that. That's Queen of Wands energy right there, with Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So the new way in which, let me say this succinctly. Oh, there goes the camera. We'll let it recharge for a second. The way in which to say this succinctly with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is the way in which you will be able to also create or to receive stability and income is by the divine expression with your human passion and human self through beingness, Queen of Pentacles, that wakes people up in a new way that they were not expecting from their drift. Queen of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles, with the World and King of Cups here. If you are looking for a way and you are wondering why and how to gain finances and new opportunities to receive in this life right now, it's by increasing and by utilizing the cultivation of divine sexual energy and passion within your own self, your heart, and your soul, your entire body, the cultivation of that, the utilization of that in your expression, which will energetically alert people to your cause and your calling in a way that they were not expecting, that wakes them from their slumber. So it's a combination of the two, and it's interesting because we have the Queen of Pentacles across from, right, opposite sides of the Queen of Wands. So it may feel like 2 different things, but it's actually the same. Because the Queen of Wands isn't overexerting herself or doing things that are out of alignment with her own beingness. She is expressing all of herself from her own beingness. Does that make sense? So whereas the Queen of Pentacles is and receives through being, through being, being is, the Queen of Wands takes that a step up and through her beingness then expresses the essence of her beingness to the world in a way that alerts people around her to change, to grow, to shift, to wake up to reality. That, whatever that path or form of expression for you is, whatever way that pops up in the way that you can both be and express from your beingness in your life, in whatever form that manifests for you, that is the way in which you will be able to receive new income. And the way in which you will be able to actually leave environments, jobs, or other ways of being that previously may be provided for you and that are maybe no longer in harmony with your self. Okay? Very specific. I'm working on it. King of Cups, the Page of Swords, Seven of Cups here. Remembering that this is for July, I'm going to show you guys the other view right now. Okay. Remembering that this is for July. King of Cups, Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Three of Swords. I feel there's a very deep realization of promiscuity and the energy behind that promiscuity that is coming to the surface in this month. We have the Knight of Wands, we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Swords. I feel that there's a realization that the energy of promiscuity was coming from a place of wanting and needing to run from the truth, and that the karma for those actions and the hurt behind those actions is being realized and felt in a deep, deep way this month. Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Three of Swords. This is being felt on a very, very deep level this month. Page of Swords here and the King of Cups. I do feel it's within the masculine energy. With this Page of Swords here, I would say that there's an opening or a reinvestigation going on as well that's present within the divine masculine of true love and union and of the heart this month. And I would also say that the exploration or the actions behind promiscuity specifically is being felt deeply as a form of inner betrayal, are the words that come. There was nothing wrong, right? There's nothing wrong, so to speak, with these actions. You know, given if two people are not in a relationship, there's nothing wrong with promiscuity or the exploration of sexuality, or even seeing people as objects. Because that's also what's coming through here too, is it's kind of like the objectification of people and promiscuity through the objectification of people or seeing people as objects within the masculine energy is being felt deeply as a form of inner betrayal and a way to escape the truth. I feel that this is part of the masculine's journey in order to help him open his heart. King of Cups, Page of Swords, Seven of Cups. The exploration of past ways of being, of objectification of people, leading to promiscuity as a way of denying inner truth, being felt as a form of inner betrayal to oneself and to others, as a roadway to helping the masculine open up his heart. King of Cups. Being felt quite deeply, I would say. But I would say that this is one of the major lessons being learned and felt this month in particular, on both sides. But I would say, yes, this is one of the major ones for the masculine energy this month. A deeper look at this way of being. And any hurt being caused by their actions coming up to the surface. Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck with the Hermit, with the High Priestess, the Star card, Strength card, Knight of Pentacles, Justice, and Three of Cups. This will also serve as a bit of a reset, by the way, as well. A lot of what's been channeled to throughout, I would say, the last few readings, a lot of tower moments, a lot of moments of death, right? Inner death and change, particularly within the masculine collective, leading to a bit of a great reset. And I feel through that reset, a bit of a contemplation period where they can reflect really, truly on the ways that they've been behaving and what's led up to those tower moments and inner deaths within themselves in the recent past. And I feel that this is going to be a big one for that lesson. And of course, everything I say here, okay, this might apply to you as well. It might apply to both sides. I would say more on the masculine's energy side, though. And of course, even if you're female and listening to this, you could have masculine energy within you, right? That's entirely possible. You could be male and have more feminine energy within you. But there's a masculine part within us, potentially, or a masculine energy we've been dealing with, that will be facing this level of contemplation and remorse and pain from their actions of the recent past in terms of objectification and promiscuity. Let me get 3 final advice cards for July. Any last or additional information you'd like us to know, Spirit, for the month of July? And generally. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool card. All of this was karmically destined to occur so that both parties can be ready to take a new leap of faith in terms of the way of being and the path that they are on. You have to know, no matter what is coming up or what hurt you're feeling, that this was absolutely part of the karma to experience that was necessary for both parties to experience and to go through, called Wheel of Fortune, in order to bring things back onto track. There is no greater reset than the intense pain of regret of one's past actions, ways of being, and the repercussions of that on an emotional and spiritual level. There is no greater reset than those feelings and those experiences to get people back onto track and to be willing to start a new life. And a life which is of focus and dedication and true partnership. Having had the experience of this, having had the experience of promiscuity, objectification, and sexual experiences resulting in no long-term fulfillment. Having satiated that desire, that experience, it allows for a clean slate when it comes to a renewed sense of dedication and focus to the actual path. And it feels like just something that was, again, karmically destined or necessitated to be experienced or to be experienced in order to provide this. Leading to, of course, what we would all want. And there's another king, by the way. There's another king. Temperance. Two of Wands. We're creating queens and kings up in here, guys. We're just creating and manifesting queens and kings up in here. That's all we're doing. Okay. There's that King of Pentacles. Kings being created through karmic experiences and karmic lessons that were necessitated for their particular growth and evolution. Okay. Now we don't see the Emperor just yet. But he's coming. Right now, it's not about that anyways. It's about making sure that you are the fullest and truest embodiment of the Divine Empress before and so that the Emperor can come along. Okay? All right. Let me check in with the chat, see how everyone's doing here. Jennifer Mason, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. She donated to 444. I love it. I saw someone say, 4 queens, come on, 4 queens. Instead of the 4th queen, we got the King of Cups. I'll take it. Just catching up with the chat here. We're going to jump into our last thing for today. We're going to jump into the astrology for today, just to see what's going on astrologically, because I didn't do an astrology reading this week. But we'll do a quick one there. And then I don't know if we're going to do Q&A today. If there's any questions that I see that come up that I feel like would be a good discussion point, we'll do that. But probably won't be hanging out for too long today. I got some 4th of July stuff to get to. Let me just read some comments here. I think we just caught up. Amber says, amen, be prepared before he shows up. Progress is my earth moon like Capricorns. Sharon says, much love to you all from a loving empath. Awesome. Christina, Gino with a winky face. Amber says, bless you, Brandon. It's if you confirm my downs in my soul. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Progress likes earth signs. I love it. Taylor says, the message with the Queen of Pentacles resonates so much. Oh my God. Also, again, sorry for being so behind. LOL. Oh, you're good. Christina says, oh, just Googled not very great meeting. Awesome. Cool. Well, glad you guys are enjoying. Hopefully that was a helpful message for you. Let me pop into the astrology for a second, and we'll see what comes through. How about that? We'll just go with the flow. Cool. Perfect. All right. I wish we could have some music playing, but I don't want to risk getting having the video blocked. Last week we had it get blocked again, and then it just totally screwed up like how many people watched it or how many people ended up seeing it, because it was delayed for like 2 days, so people forgot all about it. So I don't want to risk that. But by the way, if you guys, just quick little segue, do me a favor, if you are new here and you want continued updates and videos and to be part of the Soul family and community, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. And also, if you want those updates, right, hit the bell button as well if you want to be notified for all of the July videos when those come out for your zodiac sign. And also be sure to hit this like button if you do enjoy this content or you're appreciating it. Helps the YouTube algorithm find more people so we can guide more people to their soul destiny. We're going to be going through the astrology as well. Oh, last thing, Twitch. If you want a chance to have a personal live tarot reading for your situation in love or in life or for your soul purpose, I'm doing live Twitch only, personal, free tarot readings. So if you want a chance to be a part of that growing community and also get a free reading and to learn as well how to read the tarot through live example, I think, which is really cool, then you can go follow me at twitch.tv/btobias6. That's also in the description of my video. First link, I believe. Okay. All right. And I think I'm going to be moving more and more to Twitch, by the way. I think I'm still going to be keeping up with the YouTube, but Twitch is really what's been calling me lately. Okay. All right. So there we go. So look at this. So Juno conjunct the South Node, almost exactly making a big trine over to Mars and Venus. So remember, we have Mars and Venus coming into a conjunction very soon here, in the near future in Leo. Okay, which is going to be very significant. Very significant. I truly believe it's the full expression of the balance within our own souls of our masculine and our feminine energies, and the mutual respect and utilization of both of those for our greatest good and our greatest ability to express. So one of the themes that keeps popping up as well with the astrology generally is the increase of our ability to express in a way that's fully authentic, right? That's authenticated and that is impactful for others. And one of the ways in which that can happen is by the balancing out of the masculine and the feminine energies. But one of the other things that's been coming through is, and really it was prevalent during this reading, I'm realizing, is the full embodiment of your main form of destined energy, right? So if you are a growing masculine soul, or you are meant to be fully in your masculine, right? Then it's the fullest embodiment of that and the transformation of your soul into that way of being for the rest of your life. If you are on the opposite, the divine feminine, and you are growing in your ability to be in and express your divine feminine, that is also what I feel is going to come to a big, significant shake or changing point when Mars and Venus come into conjunction, and will help you to be able to express yourself in a way that is most powerful. So today has been a lot about expression and how to do that, right? How to do it from a place of feminine energy and beingness. And that's one of the things I believe that's coming true when Venus and Mars go conjunct, which we'll get the exact date during this reading as well. All right, Sun is in Cancer, making a sextile to the Moon here in Taurus, and Uranus in Taurus as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is right there. You guys see that? That is right there. That is the opportunity for the choice right there. That sextile opportunity to make a choice to wear a new gown, to go into a new direction. Absolutely. With the Uranus there as well. Okay. Uranus wanting to grow and to spiral upwards towards positive change and revolution for the earth. With the Moon here in Taurus, sextile the Sun in Cancer, in accordance with a deep-seated knowingness or feeling within us that things need to shift, or that we need to go into a certain direction or a way of being in order to progress. This is that opportunity. This is the choice that is facing us. Okay, so remember, at some point today, if you haven't already, to make that choice. And a bit of a commitment as well, I would say. A bit of a commitment to that. We have Lilith here in Taurus. There it is, right there. So Lilith is coming to the end degrees of Taurus. All right. So this is why the theme, the culmination of that divine sexual expression of energy within your own soul and the cultivation of that is so important. The human passion of that, the power of the human passion of that, combined with your knowingness and the truth of who you are and the depth of your knowledge and awareness. This is why this is coming up to the surface and why it is so important right now. But it's going to be coming into Gemini here. So we'll take a look at that and see what's coming up with that. Ceres is also coming to the end of Taurus. I think it's going to stay in Taurus for a little longer. Chiron is still in Aries. Oh, wow. Look at this. So it is a grand trine, actually. So South Node conjunct Juno trine, Chiron trine, Venus and Mars and Leo. Wow. Beautiful. Actually, very beautiful alignment. And, oh, this is what we actually talked about. I think at some point on Twitch, we talked about the grand masculine trine. The grand masculine trine. Yeah. So what's interesting about all of this is, so we had obviously, we talked a lot about the divine feminine today, right? The Empress energy and the energy of beingness. And yet the energy here is quite masculine. So what does that mean? Well, it means that as you embody more of your feminine and the beingness within your soul and you express from that place, that you will naturally be in accordance with being able to get things done in a way that moves things forward. Masculine energy. Does that make sense? I know it's a bit of a paradox here, what's coming through, but it's really just the fullest embodiment of your truest essence within yourself, whether that's masculine or feminine, or a balance of the two, by the way, which is also possible. But I really do feel it's about extremes. I do feel that. That will allow for you in your own life to get things done or to move things forward, which would be energetically considered more masculine. Does that make sense? So just wanted to clear that up so you guys can see how the energy is working right now. Yeah. It's kind of a cool combination. South Node conjunct Juno, sextile Saturn in Aquarius. I believe that this is the opportunity to learn the lesson of why, right, the purpose of the twin flame relationship and soul connections and love and past relationships generally, right? People we have karmic ties with who have taught us many lessons, right? Juno conjunct the South Node, sextile Saturn in Aquarius. What we talked about today, right? The reminder of and the opportunity that we have in front of us to do the work for change and for revolution, for up-leveling, for growth. That this is the true purpose, and to know that that inner longing inside of you results from a lack of fulfilling that true inner purpose for ourselves and for the world, that would then result in the opportunity with the sextile and the reward to experience unconditional love and peace. We've also got Pluto here. Look at this. Wow. Talk about sexual energy. Pluto trining Lilith. Pluto in Capricorn trine Lilith in Taurus. Okay. So this right there, that trine right there, that's what the guides were talking about earlier. That was exactly what the guides were talking about in terms of the utilization of real human desire and passion and sexual energy, the cultivation of that to create massive change and forward progress within society itself, to create transformational awareness, impact, and change within society itself. Pluto in Capricorn trine Lilith in Taurus. Okay. So this is the superpower. This is your secret edge. Let me put it like that. It's your secret weapon. It's the weapon that no one quite knows about fully yet. It's spreading, but it's kind of like this secret knowledge that we're being given access to right now, at least within this particular collective, that people knew about for a long time, for thousands of years. Secret societies knew about the power of sexual energy and what it really is, and its ability to create waves and change within society. But I'll give you a modern rundown of what that means, okay? Especially because the utilization of sexual energy is so dismembered right now. Dismembered and disconnected right now. And people are just not aware of the power that it has. But it has this power to elevate your frequency above others in terms of your ability to not get lost in the little things. It's almost like, if you can think of it like this, right? The expression or the utilization of sexual energy is one way of just, I guess I would say, being in the essence of creation itself. Being and enjoying the pleasures and the essence of creation itself here on earth that earth has to offer. The experience of the human body, right? The experience of exactly what life kind of has for us to enjoy. But also in some ways, it connects us to that in a very deep way, in a deep and profound way, where it kind of brings us back into a way of being where there is not as much of a higher or deeper awareness to the reality of all things. And without that higher awareness of the reality of all things, it's easy to get lost within the little things, to get distracted by the little things, and to want to fill ourselves up again with the little things, and that becoming our primary focus, as opposed to the higher level of awareness that the cultivation of sexual energy and essence would provide for you. Is this making sense so far? So imagine yourself so full and complete within the reservoir of sexual energy within your own beingness that you see above, or you see things on a deeper level that allows you to stay connected to a higher mission and a higher focus that shakes and wakes people up around you effortlessly, and that attracts the things that you need to stay on that path effortlessly. Sexual energy is also connected to manifestation. But if we are releasing that sexual energy, or we are using that sexual energy in other ways, there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I am saying is that it puts us in a different type of experience than if we were to cultivate it. Okay? And it literally changes the way that we interact with and see and act within the world. Yeah. In some ways, it puts us more in alignment with or susceptible to the tinier short-term pleasures within life and sets us up for a reliance or a way of addiction towards those short-term pleasures. Which again, if you feel and want to have the experience of living life in that way for a period of time, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think that's a healthy thing to experience every once in a while. But if you are really wanting to focus in and stay disciplined and to see things from a different level, it requires the cultivation of that to stay truly focused. And all of the masters knew this. I believe all of the leaders of society knew this at one point. All of the masters knew this. Where sexual energy was regarded as very sacred and very special. So, if you want this higher level of being and seeing and doing and attracting and staying on the path, staying focused, staying connected, I would recommend this way of being for a period of time. Instead of the short-term releases. Okay. All right. Does that make sense? Do you guys have questions about that? All right. That was a bit of a rant, but I think it's an important one. All right. I would say also, for the men out there who are watching this, I don't know how many there are, but for the men out there that are watching this in particular, I would say this is even more important for us. Okay? Even more important for us. It's important for everyone. I wouldn't be saying it if it didn't apply to everyone. But I would say if you are looking to cultivate masculine energy, in particular, that's especially important for us to have this knowledge and awareness. Okay. All right. Let's move on, shall we? What an interesting July 4th. Okay. Let's go ahead and just look ahead and see some of the significant points that happened. So July 5th and 6th, we have the moon coming into a conjunction here with Lilith and coming into the south or the north node as well on July 6th. So the moon is going to make some big moves here in the next couple days. It's a big shift here, guys. With the moon coming into conjunction with the north node here, I know that happens once a month, but I think it's part of a greater, especially with Lilith here as well. It is definitely it's part of a greater shift here and perspective change, I would say. And it probably is going to have to do with everything we just talked about sexual energy and passion, desire itself. Possibly the energies around promiscuity as well coming to surface. Moving forward, right, we have still that grand trine occurring. Also, this entire time, I didn't notice here before, but we have Saturn in an opposition with Mars and Venus happening all at the same time. Yeah, which I would say, and this it all is connected to the whole sex energy cultivation theme, right? It's like the more of ourselves that we cultivate within and that we grow within, the deeper the essence that we become on an individual level. Like the deeper we become more of ourselves, whether that's masculine or feminine or a balance of both. That being required for the fullest embodiment and expression of ourselves, and also opposing Saturn here in Aquarius to affect change on a grander level. So it's this deepening aspect of ourselves that wants to be cultivated here, especially for the month of July, I would say. the deepening of the aspect, or the deepening of the cultivation of the aspect of ourselves that is most like us. All right. And then on July, there it is. On July, I think it's going to be the 9th here. Yeah. Yeah. So July 9th at 4:22 p.m. Pacific, we have a new moon in Cancer. Again, with this Venus and Mars aspect conjunction coming ever closer. South Node and Juno 1 degree away. Mercury here is in N degrees of Gemini. And Ceres and Lilith coming together. Uranus, forgot to mention, still making that square to Mars, which has been a tough square, I would say, to make. I didn't mention this in any of the prior readings, but this is actually a pretty big one because they're slower moving planets. And the trine is gone. Okay. I would say that this is the like Uranus square Mars conjunct Venus in Leo and Taurus. That's that essence of divine discontent that we've been talking about. So knowing that there's going to be, regardless of how that happens or what occurs, like there is meant to be a feeling of discontent within your own soul around something, right? It's just there. Like it's maybe a feeling of angst, or kind of deep need to move or to do, or this pressure to, right, do or to be something different. It's going to be there in some area of your life, right? Like that feeling's meant to happen, but it's what we choose to do with that particular feeling that matters the most here. And I feel especially around this new moon, that is the choice that we're going to get to make officially. So we've brought it up already in this reading, right? Around, because remember, this is for all of July. The reading that came through today, this was for July specific. It doesn't mean like right now. It can be right now. I think it's the start of it right now, but excuse me, for July specifically. So all of July. So around this new moon, I believe on the 9th, is going to be the essence of the choice that we get to make around what we are doing with this feeling of divine discontent. Right? That feeling of inner angst or desire to change or desire to be something different. Are we going to choose to run away from it or try to satiate or placate that specific desire with short-term fulfillment and pleasure to keep things the same? Or are we going to choose to use it to step up, to see things from a new level and to move forward and to create inner and outer change within the world and within ourselves for a long-term fulfillment, knowing that there's a greater reward that awaits us should we use this energy in the proper way? So it could be the greatest possible motivating force to move forward in the right way, or it can be the greatest source of inner angst and distraction and pain and misery and suffocation that we can experience. As always, the choice is ours. The choice is yours. But this will be the essence of the choice on the 9th that we get to make. And yes, happy 4th of July, everyone. Thank you for reminding me, TikTok. Okay. So I think there's a bit of healing there for all of us, right? There's a bit of healing in, I think the healing here, especially with Chiron and Aries, trine Venus and Mars, which is then making that square to Uranus. I mean, the healing lies in how we choose to look at discomfort and what we do with that energy in our lives. Knowing that there is destined to be some source of inner angst or discomfort in your life that's occurring both now and also clearly on this date, the healing of the decisions that we get to make around those feelings is what we get to choose to learn the lesson about. How did you handle that feeling in the past? What kinds of things did you do in order to kind of placate or shy away from that feeling in the past? And what is a higher way of dealing with that feeling that is useful and productive for where you're going, that we can utilize this energy for the purpose of? That is the lesson and the healing, the choice that we have, I feel, on the 9th. And then I do want to get to the actual conjunction here. So yeah, wow, on the 12th here. So we'll close out with this. July 12th here, Venus and Mars conjunct with the moon in Leo. About 10 degrees away here, but the moon will, I think the moon will, let me see. Oh, no, it won't. Okay. I thought the moon was going to come into a perfect conjunction with all of them, but it's not. It's close. That would have been cool. We have the closest we get is Venus and the moon at 18 with Mars at 19 in Leo here. And then also, obviously, the moon and Mars. So the moon's going to hit both. So what's funny here is the moon comes into a conjunction with Venus and then moves past Venus and comes into conjunction with Mars. But there's never a moment where Venus, the moon, and Mars are fully together. Which is interesting, right? Just in terms of the symbology of that action itself. It's like they're right 1 degree away, but the three of those things never come fully together in alignment just yet. It's almost like what I'm getting from this is there's just this ever deepening awareness of the love that we hold, the attraction that we hold to another, the embrace on a spiritual and emotional level of our counterpart energy, the masculine to our feminine, the feminine to our masculine, and this very deepening knowledge or awareness of this feeling of love and mutual attraction and togetherness, but without actually ever being together. This is the feeling that I get around this time in July. It's like you're getting as close as you can possibly get to the other energetically without actually coming together. Does that make sense? In an emotional way. It's like almost like the other, you're fully aware of the other's fully aware of you, right? Talking about the masculine and the feminine, still in separation. And you're both aware that you're aware of each other, but then on a very tangible level, you're not actually together. You're not actually coming together, but you're just, the awareness is there. The love is there. It's a very interesting feeling that I'm getting around this. You're coming as close as you can together without actually coming together. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Yes, like a twin. Or whoever you are connected with via the soul in this lifetime on a romantic level. And part of that awareness is knowing that each are doing what they need to do in their individual lives and prioritizing that first and foremost and being aware that that's necessary and that the other is doing that as well as yourself, while having a deep mutual respect and love between one another at the same time. That's the feeling I get here for July. Sun in Cancer trine Neptune and Pisces. No wonder why this was channeled in a spiritual way. So at the same time this is all happening with Moon coming in between Venus and Mars, right? We have that deep, right, spiritual awareness. The ability to deeply spiritually perceive the feelings and awareness, Neptune and Pisces trine Sun and Cancer, of love and our counterpart. You know? In a spiritual or emotional way. And it feels good. It feels like it's harmonious. It feels like there's still discontent, obviously, because remember, this is all still making that square over to Uranus, but that it's a healthy feeling of discontent. There will always be a discontent, by the way, when you are in separation from your soul connection. There will always be that feeling of discontent while you are in separation with the one you are meant to be with in this lifetime. Right? As we just discussed. But you are both aware of now, hopefully, the proper utilization of why that discontent is there, and you can use it for the proper ways and also balance that out with awareness and love. You guys see that? So yes, there will still be that discontent present around, this is great, but we're still not together in each other's arms, experiencing God and oneness and unconditional love and peace and joy. But you are now aware of why that is there, and you are doing the work required in order to experience the reward of what that holds for you. And you are doing it together in each of your own separate ways. Okay. Is this resonating with anyone? Let me know in the chat. All right, let's finish out here. All right, so there goes the moon, off on its way. Let me see if there's anything else to point out. I'm not going to go through all of July. I think those are the most important things to know now. Oh, I do want to, okay, that's where I wanted to stop. So on July 14th, we have the sun in Cancer at 22 degrees, making an opposition to the Earth. Oh, I'm sorry, that's stupid. Well, it's not stupid, 2222 still. But the sun's always exactly opposite the Earth, obviously, so that's nothing unique there. Good, okay, let me see if there's anything else. Sun is still in trine here with Neptune, as we spoke about. Chiron's still making a nice trine to South Node and Juno. July 20th, we have the moon coming into conjunction with South Node and Juno again. And I guess that just leads us to the full moon, which is going to occur hold on one second. There we go. So full moon on July 23rd. Interesting one. Moon in Aquarius. Full moon in Aquarius here. Sun in Leo. Sun sextile. North Node, Lilith, and Ceres in Gemini. And Taurus here. Mercury in Cancer. Trine Neptune. Ooh, yeah. That's going to be a fun one. Mercury in Cancer, trine Neptune in Pisces. It's going to be a very fun one for receiving insight and downloads on that day. Talk about the veil getting thinner and thinner. This will be a very, very profound one on this day. Juno, I see now why they wanted me to go here. Juno conjunct the South Node at 8 degrees, making a sextile over here to Saturn. in a loose conjunction with the full moon in Aquarius. Okay. Yeah. I do. Ooh. And then Chiron here also making a sextile over to Saturn Aquarius. This Saturn in Aquarius with the full moon here making multiple sextiles, and then Chiron still obviously making that trine over here with Neptune. This is significant. This is a very significant day. I really do feel there's a couple things happening here, and I think it's important to talk about, and we'll close out with this one. There's a hold on, actually, because we also have Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter at 0 degrees Pisces. Is Jupiter going back to Aquarius? Opposing Venus in Virgo. This is significant. Let me see. There's a burgeoning awareness now of, I would say, precisely the mission that you and another person came together to fulfill on this earth in both of your own minds, hearts, and souls. And yes, I would say this is connected with another person via a deep soul connection, a divine destined plan or potentiality, and or the twin flame relationship. I would say the opportunity here lies within the awareness, the full awareness and acknowledgement of the mission that you came here to fulfill with and alongside someone else in particular. Whether this is someone new or whether this is someone from your past, right? Whether it's a new soul connection that you meet or a prior soul connection or a twin flame, whatever it is, there's a opportunity here in a big way to acknowledge and to release the past and to step into a form of a new agreement or contract, or the acknowledgement of an existing potential contract you have with someone to complete a mission here on Earth. This is what I see very strongly. It is significant, very significant on this day, on the day of the full moon, that Juno is exactly in a conjunction here with the South Node, and they're both retrograde at 8 degrees. That is very significant. And Neptune also, right, making that trine over to Mercury in Cancer. Okay, that's a big one too, and they're almost exactly in that trine at 22. Mercury here is 1 degree away. Actually, I mean, we will. Yeah, there it is. So we do get to see that. So look at this. So we get to see, right, on the day of this full moon, we get to see Neptune in Pisces at 22, trine Mercury in Cancer at 22, with Juno and the South Node conjunct, making a trine to Chiron, and sextiling Saturn here, and also sextiling Chiron. So yeah, I would say on this day, there is absolutely, I would say, a mutual acknowledgement and a mutual release. Could be a healing, release, or forgiveness of the past history you've shared with someone on a karmic level, and the opportunity to acknowledge and step into a new way of being together. The acknowledgement of a new potential contract or agreement to move forward and to complete a mission, to complete a quest. Now, whether or not this is literally, I don't exactly feel, to be honest, I don't necessarily feel that it's like, that it has to be in the presence of this individual or in a literal way, but absolutely energetically, I would say this is taking place on both sides. Okay. And it's very significant. Okay. So I'll stop it there. I know, cliffhanger, dun dun dun. I don't know if it's much of a cliffhanger. I pretty thoroughly explained what was going on. So let me check in with the chat, see how you guys are doing. You guys are very welcome. How we doing? That was a bit of a longer one. We're about 2 hours in. I know it's like a 30-minute intro. So we're about 2 hours in. How you guys doing? Have you guys been feeling any of this energy? Is this anything that you guys have been resonating with? Have you guys been becoming more aware of your mission here on Earth, and your mission here potentially with another, of the connection that you have, maybe for the future, for the past? I mean, what's going on with you guys? Let me know. We hit on TikTok here. Show you guys some love. Had a blast here. Love you live readings. Thank you for always giving us your time. You're so welcome. Thank you guys. It's amazing. Yes, more aware. Awesome. Good on. Hey, what's going on, Ani? Good to see you. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Brandon. 100%. Yes, my twin flame. Yes, felt the energy strongly. Blessings to all the peeps in the room. Every even day. Everything right. Good. Made a great connection with Jess. Awesome. Crystal Marie on YouTube. Yes, very much, which is why I'm so damn ready to do what I came here to do. May I become the goddess of my universe. Beautiful, beautiful. McField, thank you for the reading. I appreciate your time. You're welcome. Candace, I lost track of the dates now. Don't worry about the dates. The dates will make themselves clear as time goes on, right? Thanks. Have a great night. You too, David. What is she-tile? Oh, sextile. Sextile is, are you talking about what the alignment is? Because the alignment is basically an opportunity for positive change, or for positive forward progression, but it's only an opportunity if we take advantage of the chance to take that and run with it. That's basically the theme of what's happening now, is the choice we have to take advantage of a positive choice, right, to move forward. Candace says, I know what I'm supposed to do now. Finally got some feedback from my guides, but still loads of healing to do. Awesome. Riri, I also don't know what I'm supposed to do with career or in general. America, good morning. LOL. Sharon, message retracted. Donna Leggett, yes. Good morning from the future. Oh, I love that. It's so cool. Yeah, you're on, it's crazy to think about, right? You're on the other side of the earth. It's morning for you. Cool. All right. Good to hear, guys. You guys have any last minute questions for me? We won't spend too long here doing this, but I just want to make sure if you guys have any general questions about the reading, well, the sextile is going to be going, for someone on TikTok said, what day was the sextile? The sextile thing is going to be happening throughout the month of July. I really do feel that it's going to be occurring. The main one, or the significant one, I feel, is on the 10th, I believe, and then also on the full moon again. There's opportunities to choose. The new moon and the full moon, actually, there's significant sextiles happening. So I believe it was someone correct me if I'm wrong, the 10th and the 24th, something like that. But look out for those dates. Those are big opportunities for new choices and change. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. That's going to be good, guys. Excuse me. All right. Thank you so much, Amber, for the donation. I really appreciate it. All right, cool. Well, unless you guys have any questions, I'll go ahead and hop off and spend a few minutes here on TikTok hanging out with you guys, since I always like to show you guys love after the live. And then we're going to end it and go enjoy the 4th of July. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. If you haven't already, please be sure to like the video. I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe so we can continue to give you updates and love and life on your journey here. And be sure to follow me on Twitch as well. So I'm on Twitch. I'm going to be going live at least twice a week, if not 3 times a week, doing free personal live tarot readings so you guys can learn my way of reading tarot and also get some insight into your situation. I had an idea pop up too that I might start to instill like live coaching sessions on Twitch. If any of you guys want like just a few minutes of live coaching, like how I do my intuitive life or spiritual soul purpose coaching, then we might be doing that too on Twitch very soon. So anyways, if you want to be a witness to all of that, I also do occasional collective readings on Twitch as well. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/btobias6. And I really appreciate you guys so much. If you want a reading from me, those are always available on brandontobias.com. I do live one-on-one sessions, live monthly containers to work with me, and also astrology and tarot recorded readings so you can get the most profound insight that you need. Thank you guys so much again. Thank you for all the donations that you guys have been sending, the love, the support, the engagement. I really appreciate the community that you guys have helped us to create. It's a very safe space. I feel a lot of people are sharing things with others that they don't normally share. Amy, you come to mind. Thank you so much for being here and interacting. And I've been loving your emails, by the way. So thank you so much. I do read them. And it does. I feel it's very important, the community and the collective that we're creating and allowing for people to just share and be and resonate with and hang out with and send love and positive vibes and support to one another. And you guys, I honestly, I've never seen a community like this, both on TikTok and on YouTube and on Twitch, everywhere that we go, that is so supporting of one another and just loving on one another. Like, I've never seen such a positive place on these platforms. You know what I mean? Like, normally you go to these things and it's like, and I know I'm rambling a little bit here, but I just wanted to share, like, normally you go to these things and it's just people talking random trash or, you know, talking smack or trolling or putting others down or putting the host down. And we barely or rarely get any of that, if ever. Like, it's extremely rare. Maybe we just haven't grown big enough yet to get that, but I just truly feel like, you know, we've really created a safe space for people to open up in this community. And I'm really, it's amazing to be a part of and to witness and to see. And I'm so honored that I get to be the leader of it. It's an honor. So thank you guys. And I really appreciate it. And we're going to keep going and we're going to keep seeing what happens. Look out for those July readings too for your zodiac. I will be working on those this week. All right, as part of my work and service for you guys, July specific zodiac readings, so you guys can get that insight. All right. Christine has been like 3 hours almost. I know. This was my version of succinct. All right, guys. Much love. Much love. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.